All right, what's up, my brothers? It was brought to my attention recently that a social media influencer online, a gal, was complaining about the generation of weak men. She says, I'm so sick of this generation of weak men. So I've got a video compilation here that we're going to react to, and I'm going to offer a little bit of insight as to why this phenomenon is happening and how women can get what they want and how guys can also get what they want. So let's have a look over here. My editor's going to cut out the music because it's going to cause some copyright issue. So I'll give you a voiceover, if I can put it that way. So we've got a lady carrying an umbrella for the guy. She's pushing the stroller up the hill while he's walking beside her. We've got a gal rowing the boat while he's sitting in the back enjoying himself. Another guy as well enjoying himself in the rowboat while she tugs the line. Looks like she's carrying the bag at the beach while he's not doing anything but strolling. Same thing, another gal over here carrying the bag. A couple of other gals also carrying the bags for the boys. How about that? Is this what women wanted with feminism? Another family on the beach, beachgoers. She's dragging the dolly along while dad's just holding one of the kids. Look at this guy on the front of the paddleboard. He looks like a little kid. And I'm assuming that's a guy on this woman's back. I don't know. Let's just say it's a guy on this woman's back. And, here we have the guy begging, he's probably homosexual, for her to pay for his spicy little drink. Anyway, well, guys, for years, women have been saying, I need a man like a fish needs a bicycle. I don't need no man to hold the door open for me. I can pay my own bills. I can fix this. I can do that. And look where it got you, ladies. Got you to the point where men have listened to you and they've believed you and they've stepped aside so that they can become less, so that you can become more. And you really don't have a lot to complain about. Now, I can tell you what the solution is to that. We'll get to that in a little bit, but fellas, this is what happens when you listen to women and you agree with them on everything and you give them what they want all of the time. I've been saying this for a while now, and the more I say it, the more I hope you guys will believe it eventually. But just because a woman says that she wants something from you or she wants you to stop doing something doesn't mean you do it. Sometimes the very things that women don't like that you're doing or they want you to start doing are the very things that are bad for the relationship, okay? And it's on you as a guy to kind of figure it out and know the difference so that you're not deferring to her all the time. I see this so much all around you. And, once you kind of unplug from society's comforting lies and you start to absorb the cold, hard truth about the way things really are, not the way that you've been told you're supposed to behave, split the bill with her, meet her halfway, this whole notion of chivalry that women love so much, they were the one that destroyed it. Women, you can have equality or chivalry. You can't have both, because when you get equality, you lose the chivalry. Guys are going to stop picking you up from your home for dates. They're going to stop paying for the dinner. They're going to ask you to split the bill on that date. And that's just how things are going to go, because y'all have been talking about wanting equals and stuff like that. Now that you got your equals, now you're all complaining that you have an equal. So what is it? Do you want an equal or do you want chivalry, right? And I know what the answer to this, and I think a lot of you guys that are unplugged watching this also know the answer to this. What women really want. You have to give them what's good for them. You don't give them what they ask for. You don't listen to what they tell you to do, quite often tell you to stop doing. And it's not just one thing. There's loads and loads of things. I have guys that call in my podcast all the time asking me about stuff like this. And it's really funny when you surprise them with a cold hard truth bomb that just wakes them up and I guess the way I've been doing it doesn't work, right? Yeah, it's not working for you. So guys, stop listening to what women tell you. And if you identify one of these egalitarian, equalism, I don't need a man, or I need a man like a fish needs a bicycle, or any of those things, you should really just walk away from chicks like that. Don't date them, don't entertain them, don't spend time with them. Let them figure it out on their own. Let them suffer. It's not your job to swoop in and rescue them. And a lot of guys will complain, but that's all that's out there, Rich. You don't understand. It's all that's out there right now. It's just a bunch of purple-haired, liberal, fat gals with sticker book tattoos all over their body, and that's all you're going to get. It's not true. There's lots of very attractive women out there. There's lots of women that still believe in following the lead of a strong, virtuous, competent man. They look for competency. They don't know how to vocalize it, if I can put it that way, guys. They're just not very good at it. This is why I keep telling you, stop listening to what women say, right? You want to learn how to catch fish? You ask the fisherman. Stop asking the fish how to catch the fish. That's one of the big mistakes a lot of guys make, listening to some of these dumb broads out there that are trying to tell you how to get better results out of women. You hear them all the time, especially on podcasts. I want a guy that's nice. I want a guy that's kind, who's respectful, who thinks about me, who provides kind gestures, buys me flowers, and all that sort of stuff, right? But what they're not telling you, the part that they leave out, my dudes, is they want all of that from the guy that they're already attracted to. The Chad, the alpha male, the guy that she's chasing. That doesn't give her the time of the day, by the way. There's a story a long time ago about the Skittles man. I'm going to tell it again. He got all the girls, and the most he ever gave up was a bag of Skittles. I remember there was this blog online once where two women were complaining about a guy, and then the story started to line up and they sounded really similar, and at the end of it, you know, one girl goes, "Wait, are you dating Bill?" And she's like, "Yeah, that is Bill. We're dating the same guy, the Skittles guy. He's the guy that gets all the girls that doesn't listen to any of this bullshit. He's the guy that does what he wants when he wants on an agenda and a schedule that works for him. He's not like, oh, well, let me check with the boss first. Oh, let me check with the old ball and chain. A lot of these dorks do when they get into a long-term relationship or marriage. Got to check with the boss, with the missus. I don't know if I'll be allowed to. Guys, women don't want that. You tell them how things are. When you take them out on a date, you say, I'm picking you up at 8. Wear that black dress. You meet them on a dating app. Wear that black dress from picture number 3. We're going out, right? That's how you handle it. You just tell them, you take control. I hate to tell you guys, but this stuff only works when you've unplugged at the highest level, okay? Because a lot of you guys try versions of this, or you think you're doing it right, but you're still listening to the BS. You're still following those plugged-in beta males or those fake female dating coaches, the grifters, that here's how to be a high-value man, here's how you find a high-value woman. I know what works, and I've shown you over the years consistently. I've always been consistent, guys. I've always talked about the things that women actually respond to, using lessons like this so that you can understand with visual cues and with clarity what it is that women want. And in on no certain terms, we're seeing attractive, conventionally feminine women online overtly state they're tired of weak men. So stop being a weak guy. Stop being fat, stop being lazy, don't be incompetent, learn how to be resourceful, know how to solve problems, know how to make it rain and make money when you need to if there's an issue in your life, for example. They don't want a guy to cry on their shoulders. As much as you guys have heard over the years, I just want you to be more sensitive. I just want you to share your emotions with me. She wants that from the guy that she's already turned on by. She wants that from the guy that she's already wet for, not from everybody else out there that's invisible to her, which is the vast majority of men. Remember, women are all selecting the top 10 to 20% of men out there. The vast majority of guys are actually pretty much invisible to them. So when they're saying, I want this, that, and the other thing, the nice guy, she wants the guy that she's hot to trot for, the guy that she's wet for, to do those things in addition to already making her wet. You know what I'm saying? What's your experience been with this kind of stuff, guys? Now listen, top pinned comment, you got a link to my book if you're new to the channel. Read it. If you haven't checked out the School of Unplugging, for less than $50 a month, I get into in-depth concepts like this with over 40 hours of unlisted videos that's never been published anywhere, weekly Zoom calls with me and my team of experts, so you guys can get results. Check out the School of Unplugging. There's no long-term commitment. It's only $49 a month. See you guys later. Top pinned comment. Peace out.
I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness.